Assalamu alaikum students. I'm your teacher Saharunisa, and in these slides we are going to cover the grammar portion. So past perfect continuous tense we have done in the first week of March when we started the new session, and so we are going to do the revision of this tense. And narration, what is narration and how many types of narrations are there, and we are going to specifically discuss past tense. So let's start. What is the definition of the past perfect continuous tense? It shows that an action that started in the past continued up until another time in the past. Means that two functions or two incidents started side by side. They just finished in the past. Let's do the rules. In Urdu, sentence ends with these Urdu sentences are same like past continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense, but there is a change in the time. Use of first form of verb plus ing, and we use helping verb had been, and in negative sentences had not been is used, and in interrogative sentences had comes in the start. Use of very important rule of past perfect continuous tense, use of since and for. If you know the start like कई माह से कई साल से, anything that action is going to happen was happening, so you're going to use since. But when we know that how many months, then we are going to use for. So we are going to do the practice so we get the idea about since and for. Let's look at the example. They had been studying history for 2 hours. If the sentence was they had been studying history for some hours, maybe, or few hours, so what we are going to write? Since few hours, because few hours are not confirmed, we know the start only. They had been studying history for 2 hours. They had not been studying history for 2 hours. Had they been studying? You can see that helping verb is had been, and we are going to make it negative. We are going to put not in between them, had not been. And when we are going to make the question sentence, we are going to simply take this had and take it in the start. So let's do the practice sentences. Translate the following into English. First sentence is हम 10 बजे से ख़त लिख रहे थे, क्या चांद शाम से चमक रहा था, फनकार एक माह से तस्वीर बना रहा था, बच्चे 1 घंटे से नहीं खेल रहे थे, तुम 5 साल से चावल खा रहे थे, मैं कल रात से पानी नहीं पी रहा था, तैराक 3 बजे से तैराकी कर रहा था. I will send you the words of word banks of these sentences, and you will be able to translate them, inshallah. Let's do direct indirect narration. What is narration? What is it called direct? Why it is called direct speech and indirect speech? Narration is the exact sentences or words of speaker, and when that sentences are written in the inverted commas, we call direct speech. The direct speech, let's do the definition. The way of speech in which the actual words of speaker are repeated is called direct speech or direct narration. Example, he says, I am ill. I am ill is written in inverted commas. So, I am not changing anything. He said the things he said, I am telling as it is. Indirect speech, the way in which only the substance of speaker's speech is given is called indirect speech or indirect narration. For example, he says that he is ill. He was saying that he is ill. So when we talk about the narration, we listen, or we just some people point out reporting and reported speech. So let's do what is reporting speech and what is reported speech. If we are conveying the activities of the speaker in his own words without changing it, it is called direct speech, or we can say it reporting speech. For example, Dina said, I am baking a cake for you. And if we are using our own words to convey the activities of speaker to the audience, this we can say indirect speech. So when we omit the inverted commas, we add that, and so we do the changes in the sentence, that is called indirect speech or reported speech. Example, Dina said that she was baking a cake for me. Let's do the rules of this so you get the idea. Rules. Tense from the inverted commas before the inverted commas. Tense before the inverted commas is not changed. Like someone is saying he said, yeah, he says, inverted comma start. So before inverted commas, you're not going to change the tense when you are going to change in direct speech into indirect speech. So inverted commas are omitted. When we omit the inverted commas, we are going to use that. If the verb is inside the inverted commas are in the past tense, change into following tenses. I have written for simple present tense also, that when we are going to change simple present tense, we are going to change it into simple past tense. If we have simple past in the inverted comma sentence, so we are going to change them into past perfect tense. And when, like, there was and were, and we are going to use them, use the helping verb had. Past continuous tense, like was, ing form, helping verb, so you are going to use them had not been or had been. Past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense, past perfect tense does not change in the indirect speech, it remains the same. Let's look at the examples. I have written all the examples for you. Like number 1, we have written Robert said, my mother gave me a watch. It is a simple past tense. You can see my mother gave me. Gave is a second form and it is simple past tense. In simple past we use second form of verb. So when we are going to change, there was the rule that when you are going to use you are having a simple past tense, you are going to change it into past perfect tense. So let's check the example. Indirect example, Robert said that his mother, my mother is changed into his mother, and simple past is changed into had given a watch to him. My mother gave me. Instead of me, we are writing to him. So second rule was that past continuous tense to past perfect continuous tense. You can say here, Jane said Mary was leaving Belgium. Was leaving is the helping verb for past continuous tense. So in we are going to change into we are going to add that inverted commas are omitted. Then Jane told me that. You can say use told also, that she told me, she tell me that Jane told me that Mary had been. Mary was leaving tha. We are going to change had been leaving. Simple past continuous tense into past perfect continuous tense, leaving Belgium. Past perfect tense. As we have done that, Alia said, we have done that past perfect never changes, it remains the same in indirect speech. So Alia said I had stopped to visit you. We have omitted the inverted commas and added that. Alia said that Alia said that she had stopped to visit me. You is changed into me, I is changed into she, but had stopped is not changed. I hope you understand it. Let's do the practice sentences. I have written 7 sentences, and I hope you will easily do them after reading the rules. And please don't panic and don't get worried about it. I will explain, I will guide you each and everything, that which line, which sentence, which slide you have to write. So please, when I am explaining, don't take tension about your writing time. Okay, thank you very much. I will send you the answer slides also, so that you can do the translation and narration, and you can check the answers. And when you have done your work, kindly send your homework on my WhatsApp number, or if you want to send me email, so you can use my Gmail ID. Thank you very much.